thought I would do a how to do it video. How do you know when you're off track? It's hard sometimes because sometimes you're just exhausted, right? There's so much energetic movement happening that you're just exhausted. So that's okay. That sometimes you just need to sleep. And I can tell you that has been going on for the last few days for me. But the other thing is, it's just something that doesn't feel right. You have a check-in inside. Check in with your with Mother, Father, Creator. Check inside and see how your I Am Presence is feeling. The way I was able to see it, I was like, God, something doesn't feel right. And then my thoughts felt really old and outdated. And when I looked to see how this had come about, I've made some really distinctive choices that were all based in old thought processes. One of them was, I had a friend who went through something pretty traumatic for her. I knew that it was hitting her hard, right? So there's something outside of me that I've now made a priority. Not from compassion and holding what the truth is. I dove in and I understood her fear. Wrong move, by the way, right? So the goal would have been to have maintained inside self that this was what they call those personal tests you set yourself up with. I care about her deeply. I went into compassion stage. I went in to go fix it and solve it and help her. Those are the nuts, bolts, and kitty cats of it, right? So now I'm in a storyline that is old paradigm. I'm wondering why I'm in old paradigm and I committed to it. So I gave my word that I'm there for you. I'm not going to leave you. I'm not going to abandon you on this situation. We're going to figure it out and work it out. I went in and substituted what she should have done for herself, which was go inside and discover that she's got an entire support system inside. And I can't say that she didn't end up doing that. I can just say that my part in it was how I do it was old-fashioned because it was about wanting to help her and wanting to not see her melt it down. So it wasn't something she requested of me. It's what I did, and I claimed that is the way in which I show true love and compassion for another. Now, it's not bad or good, but if I am making it real, and I'm at a heightened place of manifesting right now, right, as we all are, if we're going through this process, we're becoming incredible manifestors. So I'm going into a system, making it real, and then doing old program systems. Not the smartest thing to do, right? It's not the worst thing, but it definitely threw off my system, my reality. I jumped into an old reality, an old timeline, and there I was, and I was there not understanding what was going on. And that, I would say, that did contribute to feeling mentally exhausted. So I felt like my brain just needed to shut down. So that was one. It wasn't the only one, it was just the other ones is that I had some old pains coming up, and there's nothing to be ashamed of when it comes to that. Old pains are ways that we experience something by another that hurts us in some way, or old pains that we're experiencing by someone outside of ourselves that's judging us, and we can feel their thoughts, right, in the judgment, and it's connecting to our judgment of ourselves. And I had a few of those go off as well, and so I went into forgiveness. So in a situation like that, going in and doing forgiveness for them and for yourself, and that is, in my opinion, the best approach to something like that. So going in and doing a forgiveness to them and you, and also you can say, Lisa Transcendent Brown said it best, this is not my to send out love to myself and love to the other. By the way, easier said than done, especially as an Aries. I don't know if that is anything, I just want to say, especially since an Aries, because that's my human self, right? I have a very huge issue with feeling things being unjust or being taken advantage of, especially with trust. So there was a lot of things that really yanked on that process, just so you know. And I share that with you because there are going to be times when things are going to be yanking on you that are based in old paradigms of yourself and how you see the world. And this story, I can get the information. It doesn't mean that I won't go through it, as many times as I need to. And there's no shame in that. So right again, I had to go in and I had to forgive them and know that if I truly believe in this 5D reality system that we are creating inside ourselves, first and foremost, then experiencing my outside world as old program systems is not something that I want to play with. So forgetting myself, forgetting the other, and then going in and realigning what I do want to play with is the key to that. So now you have how it worked out, those situations. And it had me off kilter for a few days actually. But it was slow coming. Like it was like I was like lined up inside and then I was on tilt, but I didn't even know I was on tilt. And then I was lined up inside and then I was on tilt. So it's not always going to show itself as you being on tilt. But the tilt was causing me to be exhausted. That's what I came to the conclusion of. Anyways, I hope all of this is helpful. And you should be really proud of yourself. I know that as I look in the mirror within myself right now, I am proud of myself. There's nothing in me that I shouldn't be proud of. I am transparent. I am filled with love. I'm continually opening myself up to more love. And honoring myself is something that I've been able to step into.